temperatures, once again, will stay locked into the upper 40s and low 50s for the afternoon. Mid-40s overnight. The rain continues, especially into our Wednesday, and then Wednesday night into Thursday morning. We'll dry it out Thursday afternoon. That's your forecast. From the WSIC Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Cakes and cookies, toys and gifts.
The Southern Christmas Show, November 13th through 23rd at the Park Expo and Conference Center. Save on tickets at southernchristmasshow.com, courtesy of Kraft Body Scan.
The Southern Christmas Show.
Your Tuesdays just got a lot better. The Good Soul, a feel-good show that dives into the stories of extraordinary people, is headed to WSIC. Host Patty Alvarez brings a sit-down, fun conversation to the airwaves to give you an early week pick-me-up.
The following is a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the views of WSIC.
Good morning and welcome to Heart Mooresville, your small town radio show with a big heart. I'm your host, Christine Patterson, bringing you all the Mooresville news and happenings. And please welcome my wonderful guest co-hosts, Amy Sherrill.
Hello.
And Sean Owens.
Woo-hoo, good morning.
Thank you for joining us. So Amy Sherrill is the Arts and Events Supervisor for our Experience and Engagement Department, and Sean is the Deputy Director of Experience and Engagement. Yes,
Glad
so
to be
good
here.
morning. We got the crew, we got the team, and we have a special guest today from Carrigan Farms, or should I say Scarrigan Farms, Mr. Terrell Chestnutt.
Yes, thank you for having me very much.
Thank you for coming on. I know last time that you came, we were kind of talking about spring things, and spring had sprung, and we were talking about the farm and the fruits and veggies, and now we've switched speeds a little bit, and we're into the fall, and you guys have some spooky things happening and some fun things, and we're going to talk all about that. But before we do, we like to keep our listeners informed for In the News. So a couple stories that I wanted to share with everyone. It is a joyous occasion because we have completed some renovations at Cornelius Road Park in Mooresville. We actually had a ribbon cutting celebration. Was it last week or the week before?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Yeah. So this project has taken more than a year to complete. It was $9 million in renovations to Cornelius Road Park. And as you know, Mooresville has 17 parks in the area. And that's one of the things that we pride ourselves on. We have some amazing parks in Mooresville, and they do a fabulous job. Shout out to our Parks and Rec team and Park Services crew for taking care of those parks and keeping them beautiful for the community. And they're always looking to improve after hearing community feedback. And so this project was a result of that. And so we had a beautiful groundbreaking celebration. We had some elected officials there, and we had a soccer team and lacrosse team that actually came, and they got to take part in the celebration. So we had some kids in the photo op and everything, because those are the people that are enjoying the park, right? So the renovations actually included artificial turf surfaces on 3 multi-purpose fields, so soccer, lacrosse, and then others. New LED lighting for those fields, as well as new lighting for 2 of the baseball, softball fields, new restroom facilities, a picnic area, and a full-service food truck station. And renovations added 288 parking places for more convenient access. There were stormwater upgrades and a turnoff lane to manage traffic. So this was a lot of improvements.
Check it out for sure. I haven't been there in a while. They also have the dog park there. So
they do. Yes. They have a wonderful playground too, and shelter area. It's great for birthday parties. But this was a lot of upgrades to the park. I mean, definitely the traffic management issue, solving that. And the lighting doesn't sound like a lot, but what that lighting means, and Sean, you know, from, your time in sports, is it means more field time for
more
people.
Programming, longer usage, just bringing better tournaments as well.
Right.
So lighting is huge for these type of new facilities. Yeah,
and that means economic impact on the area. People are staying in the hotels at these tournaments. They're, spending money in our restaurants. So, lighting, while it may not sound like, a lot, that really does have a huge impact on our area. So we're grateful that those are completed and everyone can enjoy now.
Speaking of lighting, just to interrupt you, it is daylight savings this weekend.
Ooh. So, is it this weekend? I always I never know. I have no awareness.
It's the second
of when these are,
which is a Sunday, but I always say late Saturday night, but into Sunday. Yeah.
Okay.
Just thought about that with
now that our phones change automatically. It doesn't feel like this big thing anymore, right?
But I guess change your stoves at home or your ovens. That's about it. I think everything is automatic.
Your car.
Yeah, some of the cars are still.
Yeah.
You get a later last call too, right? Do bars stay open until 3, or do they change
back in my bartending
1?
days? Probably so.
Yeah.
Depending how busy it is.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So everybody remember,
Cheers.
Daylight savings.
Yes. Thought about that one.
Also coming up this, I guess, weekend, but Friday is Halloween.
Yay.
So you can celebrate Halloween in Mooresville in many ways. Many events happened this past weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So some people were celebrating the weekend before Halloween because, of course, Saturday is November 1st. And so there were a lot of the Pit Indoor Kart Racing had an awesome Halloween event, like a trunk or treat.
Trunk or treats.
Yes. I saw them like all
Mm-hmm.
Saturday. But there are still a couple things that I wanted to share of ways that you can celebrate in Mooresville. One is our downtown Mooresville Candy Grab this Friday. It's from 3 to 5 p.m. It's on Main Street, and it is an annual event. They've been doing this for many, many years now, and it really is a great and safe way to celebrate with your kiddos for Halloween. You can come. The street is closed. You don't have to worry about traffic. Dress up, bring the kiddos, and you can do trick or treating at all the businesses downtown. And they get involved too and dress up, which is always fun.
We're going to be there.
We are going to be there.
Yeah, I was going to say kids of all ages will be dressed up. So.
Yes, we're going to be dressed up too because we're big kids.
Yes.
Yeah. And we are. What is our theme this year?
Disney.
Yeah. So because we feel like experience and engagement brings you the magic, just like Disney.
Yes.
So we're creating magical experiences.
Doing our best for sure.
We love a good pun.
Also, I think go into the businesses have a better chance of getting king-size candy bars.
Yes.
That's kind of the other goal.
Very good point.
Yeah.
Yes. And then also later that night, more of an adult celebration at Murdo Made. So I have heard that there's some scary decor over there at Murdo Made. I think it's like slashers at the still.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Forgot about that.
So they're having their annual big Halloween party that night. So you can come to the Candy Grab with your kiddos, and then at Murdo Made, you can have the Halloween party.
Next day on Saturday.
And the next day.
Yeah.
So they're having the Halloween party Friday night.
Yeah.
And then they're having the block party on Saturday.
Yes.
So they're going to shut the street down, have some music.
I think it's more adult friendly on the Saturday night. Adult costume contest, I believe.
Yes.
It's just one block. It's from Moore Avenue to Center Avenue on Main Street.
Yeah.
Good time.
Nice. So lots of ways to celebrate Halloween. Also, I wanted to talk about I don't know if you have heard about this medical debt relief initiative that's happening right now. So I do want to make sure that people are aware of this because this is actually huge. It came out from the governor's office in the state. It's a very ambitious medical debt relief program that affects all of us. And it's basically at all state or regional hospitals if they're qualifying. And you can actually, there's a website that they have that you can go to and find out is it a participating hospital. If you go to the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services website, you can see. So anyone, it's not just people that are enrolled in Medicaid or state programs. This is anyone that has a income that is at least below or at least 350% of the federal poverty level, which currently for a family of 3 is $90,370. Then they are relieving so much debt. I think for Catawba County was actually the leading, and it was $76.8 million. Wow. So go and check and see. Have you used one of these hospitals? People. Do you have any debt at one of these hospitals or any unpaid medical bills? Because you might get them waived. So, yeah, it's a huge thing. Definitely wanted to share that. All right, we'll be right back with I Heart Mooresville here on WSIC News after the break.
Listening to I Heart Mooresville, celebrating the events, arts, and people that make our town shine. Back after this, only on WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, just a downright raw day of weather for for our Tuesday. Still more rain, so keep the rain gear at least within close reach. It'll be on and off as we go throughout the day. Temperatures, once again, will stay locked into the upper 40s and low 50s for the afternoon. Mid-40s overnight. The rain continues, especially into our Wednesday and then Wednesday night into Thursday morning. And dried out Thursday afternoon. That's your forecast. From the WSIC Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
It feels good to be needed, and Angels and Sparrows needs you. Our Full Play fundraiser is underway, and your gift brings hope home to Lake Norman. One meal, one child, one family, changed by your gift. Give today at angelsandsparrows.org. Hope starts with you.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. The 500 Club in Statesville is having their Thirsty Thursdays tournament on October 30th, beginning at 4:30 p.m. Call 704-872-9990 for more information on tee times, putting lessons with their golf pros, and league tournaments. Let's do the time warp again. On Halloween night, WSIC is bringing the Rocky Horror Picture Show to the Charles Mack Citizen Center in Mooresville. This cult classic movie will be shown in the Knox Auditorium along with a shadowcast. The VIP experience begins at 6 p.m. with showtime at 8. Come dress up and be prepared to sing and dance along. It's just a jump to the left. Tickets are on sale right now at WSICnews.com. Saturday is the 23rd annual Statesville Pumpkin Festival. Downtown will be packed with mouth-watering food, live music, arts and crafts, a kids zone, pumpkin smashing, painting, and a classic car cruise-in. The festival runs from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Go to StatesvillePumpkinFest.com for more details. The Dirt Track at Charlotte Motor Speedway presents the World Short Track Championships on Friday and Saturday. And then the World of Outlaws World Finals are November 5th through the 8th. Click on CharlotteMotorspeedway.com for more information.
The Renaissance Festival is back! Saturdays and Sundays now through November 23rd. There's music, comedy, circus entertainments. Tickets available online only at renfestinfo.com while supplies last. Huzzah!
Stay up to date and find out about local events, job opportunities, real estate information, and more. Visit liveworkplaylkn.com and sign up for the weekly newsletter. That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
You're listening to Heart Mooresville, connecting the people, the places, and the events that make our town special. Only on WSIC. Local starts here.
All right, and welcome back to Heart Mooresville here on WSIC News. We are talking to Terrell Chestnutt of Carrigan Farms, who has lots going on in the fall season. Thank you again for joining us.
Yes, of course.
So I have to say that I guess first, before we get into this, because I have lots of questions. So just to let our listeners know, Terrell invited my family to come to Carrigan Farms over the weekend. And that was the first time that actually I had ever been and to experience this spooky in the woods walk through like haunted house experience. And I am a chicken. Let me just get that out there. I am chicken. Okay. Yeah. So I actually was not planning to walk through. I was like, I'll just wait here. And then I kind of got talked into it. So I definitely want to talk about that because I have lots of questions after experiencing it. But before we get started, I guess I want you to introduce yourself and kind of what your role is at Carrigan Farms and explain to people what Carrigan Farms is in case they do not know.
100%. Yeah, my name is Terrell. I do all the marketing and PR there. I do help with operations because it is a small business. But it helps to do the operations when you're doing the marketing because you can be there for all that kind of stuff. Our big thing in the fall is pumpkin picking in our haunted trail. We are a fully functioning farm. We do grow a ton of pumpkins. And we do an authentic hayride out to an actual pumpkin patch so you can pick it off the vine. So we're still full farm in the fall. Plus we had a second apple orchard this October that we started rolling out. It's a new orchard. Nice. So we've had a lot of fun, family-friendly activities during the fall time already. But then on Thursdays through Sundays in October, we have a haunted attraction. It is a mile-long walking trail through the woods. It is the most outlier thing that we do, because everything we do is so family friendly, and you can bring your family, you can hang out outside. And then this one we go, you have to be 13 or you have to be at least 12 is ideally, you're walking a mile. It is scary. It is at night.
Yeah.
It's
Get ready.
just a
It's
little bit of a
spooky.
different
Yeah.
activity. So that it is two things that we do in the fall, and it's the only time of the year we do two things at once.
So really, because you do hay rides,
Mhm.
and then you have Carrigan Farms, but you have pumpkin patch.
Yes.
And
So yeah, the hayrides or the pumpkin patches are all in the back of the farm. So you'd have to take a hayride to get out there. You go pick it off a vine. So that's a very fun kind of educational. You see where it all comes from experience. Very fall.
yes,
But then the sun sets and it's just a different
yeah,
thing entirely.
I love that Carrigan Farms is a fully functioning farm. I mean,
Yes.
you absolutely get that experience. I mean, you mentioned, the vegetables and the fruits. I
Mhm.
mean, strawberry picking in the spring. What vegetables do you kind of have? Take us through that year of the seasons.
For sure. Well, so we do have winter stuff coming up. Most of that gets used for private events. So we do have winter gardens. They're like collards and broccolis and cauliflowers. And then nothing really grows till the spring. We planted strawberries this month, earlier in the month. So we plant them now. They overwinter and then they're ready in the spring. And then we just have small gardens in house that we use for all of our catering stuff for our open swim event and stuff like that. So like sweet corn, um, just different stuff that we use for that, or catering for weddings like squash and zucchini.
Yeah.
So we have kind of some internal stuff that we grow just for us to use. And then again in September we start apples, and we have October apples now, and then pumpkin picking. But we do no commercial work. We're just pick your own.
Yeah.
So we're focused on the experience.
Were you telling me you had asparagus at one point?
Yeah, that's a weird one because we have to pick that.
Yeah.
It grows like the asparagus length in a day.
Wow.
So we have
Wow.
to pick it every day, or it'll.
Wow. I did not know
I don't.
that.
I don't know what happens if you let it grow too much. I don't. I'm in
Jolly
marketing.
green
I-
giant.
Yeah.
All of a sudden he starts walking out and talking to
50
you.
feet long asparagus.
So yeah, we do that in the spring. It comes up about the same time as strawberries. So we normally have it for sale at the strawberry patch.
Wow.
Oh.
That's really cool. So in addition to the farm portion of it, you also are a huge event venue.
Yes.
I mean, Carrigan Farms is a premier event venue in Mooresville.
And it's a very weird thing to say that we have a rock quarry where we do all of our events, but we do. It was a granite mine in the late 60s, early 70s to build I-77. So we took that and have slowly made it more of an event venue. So we do everything from weddings, company picnics. We do proms, just about any private event you want we can do down there. We just don't do them in the summer when we're swimming, or in October when we have the haunted trail, because the quarries are like staging area for all the guests before they go out there.
Yeah. Well, I will say I had not actually attended an event at Carrigan Farms until last year, and it is an absolutely beautiful venue with the market lighting, the shelter. You have this beach sandy area on the quarry. I mean, you really kind of get all of these different experiences in one venue, and it's very, very beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you all do a fabulous job. And then, of course, at the quarry, you have the open swim in the summer, which I also got the opportunity to do last year. I was super excited to do that. Now, and it is what you would expect. It is a quarry, but it's beautiful. This blue water, which you all maintain the water, of course, and then you have the rope swing and the raft and diving. Tell us a little bit about that open swim experience.
Yeah, that's definitely our longest running event. Normally it's between Memorial Day and Labor Day. We have a lot of back end prep for that. So we'd have all of our lifeguards that we train in house for that specific environment. So we're very safety focused. And then we have food for either session because we do it all day long. So we have like takeout style kitchen that serves lunch and dinner. So there's a lot that we get rolling for that, and that's just open every day where it's nice enough to go out and swim. So we do try to make it very safe. We try to make it fairly turnkey like our events, because we cater all the events we have at the farm. So that just helps that a family can come out and they can spend the day there. They don't have to worry about packing lunch, being safe, all that stuff.
Speaking of catering, best burger that I have ever eaten was
Really?
at Carrigan Farms.
It's a very big burger.
It's
yeah.
it
I
is
just tell
huge,
people.
best burger hands down. Like it was so good, and you make this salsa, and I put it on the burger, and I mean I could have eaten 3 of those like just in one sitting.
Wow.
Yeah, we do try to do farm to table for everything we can. Of course, we can't grow everything all the time, but like a lot of that's kind of more seasonal stuff in the summer is definitely stuff that we grow.
Yeah.
So,
And I want to circle back to one point about you mentioned safety and at open swim, because I know rock quarry doesn't always have that perception of, hey, this is a safe place to swim, but you really have created that environment. I mean, there's concrete, you've kind of laid concrete under to create that kind of pool experience in some of the areas, like the shallow area where children can feel a little more safe if they don't want to jump off the rocks.
Yes.
And then you make everyone, do a pull up before the rope swing?
Yeah, before the rope swing. We try to make sure you can hold on all the way through the swing of the rope swing. That is our big test there. We do ask that everybody wear a life jacket unless they pass a swim test, but the water's 25 feet deep, so I always push people to wear a life jacket. It's definitely the safer option, and you don't tire yourself out as much.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got to do a pull up to swing out on the rope swing. That's a very big. You'll see that on our social media pages a lot.
I've seen
Yes.
that.
Yeah, I don't know that I could do that, actually. I don't know if I can do a
You're
pull
hanging
up.
there. You can hold
Just
yourself.
put on the life vest.
I know. Okay, so I want to talk about fall. So now that we've talked about kind of all the experiences that you can get throughout the year. So we talked about the hay rides and the pumpkin patch, which I love. When you drive into Carrigan Farms, you see all those pumpkins. Like you have to kind of drive through the pumpkin patch to get there.
Kind of, yeah. We do patches on either sides of the road. So the really small trees, those are our apple orchard. So you pass both the apples and the pumpkins on the way back to the quarry.
Yeah, it's very picture. I can't speak. Picturesque when you drive through, because it's the pumpkins on the vines, and you pass all of that going in, and it's really beautiful. And then so we went on Saturday to Carrigan Farms, and you get down there, and there was so much more than I realized. Like you all have food and beverage, so like your restaurant is open. You serve alcohol, which I would have, if I would have known, would have been
It might have
much
helped
more
your nerves,
prepared
yeah.
for the walkthrough experience had I known that. But, so for those, if you haven't attended, don't worry. There's alcohol.
Yeah.
Get
you through it.
Yeah, definitely. So, but there is food, and that's one thing, you can prepare before you go out there. If you don't have to eat, you all have great food there. And you have apple cider and hot chocolate. You sell s'mores kits. I mean, you really you have all of the things that you need, to have this experience. There's a bonfire going down at the quarry. So you can make your s'mores, roast your marshmallows. It's a very cool experience. But the actual haunted trail. So how long does it take you to set that up each year?
Well, so we do change part of it every year. So we'll give a mental 2 weeks of a break, and then we'll talk about what worked and what didn't work and what we can improve on. So we start kind of before the year ends, because there's a haunted attraction show we go to every year in St. Louis. So we try to have our own ideas and our own plans, and then we go to that and kind of see what else we can add and change. So we do change about a quarter of the trail every year. So if you come back, it won't be the exact same experience. We try to make it scarier, make it a little bit better, and kind of turn it around from that point. But then we start in the summer when we have all the college kids back, and we have some work in there, and we can start getting it ready then.
Do you leave any of it up?
I mean, a lot of it's just outdoors. If it starts to look worse, distressed, that's fine.
Okay.
So you can leave it up, some things up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're going to take a quick break, but we are talking about Carrigan Farms and the Haunted Trail, and I have many more questions. So everyone stay tuned. We're going to come back with Terrell of Carrigan Farms or Carrigan Farms right after the break here on iHeart.
Local starts here.
Well, just a downright raw day of weather for our Tuesday. Still more rain, so keep the rain gear at least within close reach. It'll be on and off as we go throughout the day. Temperatures, once again, will stay locked into the upper 40s and low 50s for the afternoon. Mid-40s overnight. The rain continues, especially into our Wednesday and then Wednesday night into Thursday morning. dry it out Thursday afternoon. That's your forecast. From the WSIC Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Cakes and cookies, toys and gifts.
The Southern Christmas Show, November 13th through 23rd at the Park Expo and Conference Center. Save on tickets at southernChristmasShow.com, courtesy of Kraft Body Scan.
The Southern Christmas Show.
Hi, this is Bob McIntosh with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Since 1997, we have been committed to providing our clients with competent, caring, and experienced legal services. Learn more at McIntoshLawFirm.com.
Harness the healing power of horses. With the amazing staff at Willow Equine in Mooresville, we create a supportive environment conducive to healing and growth, dedicated to self-discovery and overcoming adversity. There's a program for you at willowequine.com.
Spring has sprung, and so have the savings. Drum Landscape Supply is your go-to for mulch, stone, sand, and specialty plants. And they're offering 50 to 70% off pavers and natural stone. Your dream landscape is just one stop away. Hurry in and save big, only at drumlandscapesupply.com.
Men over 45, do you have a frequent, urgent need to urinate or a weak flow? Do you suffer from an enlarged prostate or BPH? Want to learn about alternatives to BPH medication and major surgery? How? Talk to a doctor about the UroLift system. The UroLift system is the #1 chosen minimally invasive BPH procedure in the U.S. It uses a proven approach to treating enlarged prostate symptoms that lifts and holds the enlarged prostate tissue out of the way, so it no longer blocks the urethra. No heating, cutting, removal, or destruction of prostate tissue is required. Find rapid symptom relief while preserving sexual function. Call 1-800-858-7070. 1-800-858-7070. That's 1-800-858-7070. Most common side effects are temporary and can include discomfort while urinating, urgency, inability to control the urge, pelvic pain, and some blood in the urine. Rare side effects, including bleeding and infection, may lead to a serious outcome and may require intervention.
Special buy Randy Marion Chevrolet of Statesville and Randy Marion Chevrolet of Mooresville 2024 brand new Chevrolet Malibus. These are the LTs starting at $19,988. That's right, $19,988 brand new. Not a pre-owned car. Malibus starting at $19,988. That's right, Statesville Chevy, Mooresville Chevy. Come see us today. Pick the color, drive it home. You got it. King of price, king of deals. Randy Marion Chevrolet of Statesville, Randy Marion Mooresville.
Tired of guessing what's going on with your HVAC? Varsity Zone's smart AC monitoring with comfort sensors tracks performances in real time before problems happen. Enjoy clarity, trust, and long-term comfort. Visit varsityzone.com.
Looking to sell or buy in Huntersville or Lake Norman?
Hi, I'm Jeff Snide, owner and managing broker of Blue Oak Realty Group. Here's the truth. Your needs don't pause for the market. Whether you need more space, less space, or just the right fit, I'll help you create a smart strategy that makes sense for your family and your goals. With over a decade of experience right here in Lake Norman, I know this community, and I treat every client's goals like my own.
Call Jeff today or visit blueoakrealtygroup.com. Outstanding service, smart moves. That's Blue Oak Realty Group.
Then 110. Upscale and elegant, but never pretentious. Over 500 whiskeys, 100 wines, craft cocktails, and crave-worthy small bites. Live music plus monthly comedy nights and tastings. Post your next event at Then 110, located at 19712 1 Norman Boulevard in Cornelius.
The button pushing stops here.
WSIC. Local. Starts here.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Texas is suing Johnson & Johnson and Kenvue over alleged autism risks from Tylenol, alleging the companies hid the risks of that and other disorders if mothers take Tylenol during pregnancy. Kenvue, a J&J spinoff, calls the allegations baseless. J&J says all liabilities associated with the sale of its over-the-counter products, including Tylenol, are owned by Kenvue. Big job cuts today being reported by Amazon and UPS, and sources say Paramount Skydance will be cutting jobs tomorrow. OpenAI has completed a restructuring, solidifying Microsoft as a major shareholder. Some positivity in the air on Wall Street, building on yesterday's record highs for stocks. The Fed today kicking off their two-day meeting on the economy and interest rates, widely expected to cut rates tomorrow. And thanks to strong sales of the new iPhone 17, Apple has become the third stock in history to top $4 trillion in value. Denise Pellegrini, Bloomberg Radio.
The button pushing stops here.
WSIC. Local. Starts here.
You're listening to Heart Mooresville, connecting the people, the places, and the events that make our town special. Only on WSIC. Local starts here.
All right, we're back with Heart Mooresville here on WSIC News, and we're talking with Terrell of Carrigan Farms about their Scarrigan Farms Haunted Trail that is going on right now. So we're talking about, I had the opportunity to go through with many, many other people, but we do take them in groups of like 8 to 10 at a time. So I actually came with a group of about 8 people that came through, 6 to 8 people, and you do that intentionally. So talk a little bit about how that works.
Yeah, the easiest way to say it is we want everybody to have the opportunity to be scared. We feel like that group size kind of gives everybody, whether in the front or the middle or the back of the group, to get scared at a different point on the trail. That way, it's not like a line that you get to see everything that's coming in front of you, and you're not only getting scares from the groups behind you. We pace everybody out independently in those size groups, so everybody gets a chance to be scared, but then see other people get scared, because that's what's fun for some people.
Yeah. And so to set the scene for this haunted trail, basically you were, out on the property. There are obviously a lot of woodsy area. There's a corn maze. There's, these buildings, like barn type buildings. Is that what you would call them?
Yeah, I mean, they're mostly walls.
Yeah.
But yeah, they all kind of look with the right lighting and when there's no sun in the sky.
Like barnish.
Yeah.
It's giving barn.
Yeah.
For sure. So you walk through, you kind of line up, like you walk through this big arch and you do your photo op, and then you're standing in line to go through this first, like, kind of scene, and it looks like a barn. And you walk in, and you can kind of, it's so ominous too, because you're in line, and as soon as like the next group goes in, like they immediately just screams. And so you feel like you're lining up for slaughter, first of all, because you're
anticipating it.
Yes, because you're sitting there, and then the door opens by some creepy character, and you walk in, and it's just and then the next one and the next one. So it's really it's a cool experience that you've created. And I'll say it's also what you guys have done with like the senses, the 5 senses too, for this experience. Like when you go through kind of each, I will say, like kind of scenes, and everyone makes sure again that the spacing is correct and you're not going through with another group. But everything from this is not for the faint of heart. Like you are crawling basically like almost on your hands and knees, like through these spider webs, like through these bushes. Because there's spiders, coming out of the spider webs, and you're like having to, go through it like very low to the ground, or, going through these, I don't even know what it is, but it's like it's surrounding you, like, your whole body, like those big plastic, like air, I don't know what you call them, but it's definitely like for the senses. Now the characters don't touch you.
Correct.
Okay.
But
I was going to ask that.
Other
Are they allowed
things
to
too.
touch people?
Yeah. I mean, if you get run into a spider web, I feel like that's
It's on you.
not on you, but expected at a haunted trail.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
all of our actors, we don't touch the people. We ask people not to touch the actors.
Yes.
It is very safe in that sense. We don't go to the extreme that some other houses do. But we don't offer a no scare version of the trail. So you can't like purchase anything to not be scared out there. We are
Yeah,
gonna
you need to be
scare
ready.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you can still go to Scarrigan Farms without having to do the maze.
Yeah. So that's a big thing that we kind of had an add-on for last year. Is like if you make reservations, I see it a lot with like kids. They're like, my 2 kids and their 2 friends want to go, and they're like, do I have to go? And I go, no, but you can like come and wait at the quarry. So there's like a little add-on when you make a reservation. Big fan of that. You can sign up waivers in advance. You know when you're going to go on the trail.
Nice.
I would always recommend a reservation. But yeah, you can wait at the quarry. So we have tables and chairs set up, bonfires. You can get food, roast marshmallows, just hang out by the quarry while everybody goes to the trail. Normally, we have a 20 to 30-minute wait time for like a regular ticket for once you get there by the time you get on the trail, which gives you a little bit of a chance to eat, get something, hang out for a minute. And then the trail itself is about 35 to 40 minutes long. So if you're coming as like an additional person waiting, it's not super long, which is nice
for you to do.
Yeah.
That's great.
It is nice.
And for those of you that, are doing the trail, I mean, it's a hike. Like, it is a mile walk through the woods, up hills, crawling through spider webs.
Wear comfortable shoes.
Yes, definitely wear comfortable shoes. I love the corn maze element of it, and it's not like there's really. I mean, there are subtle like hints of what direction you go in, but not really. And I think that feels like the intent of it is that you're kind of lost in this corn maze.
Yes, but I don't want anybody to get actually lost.
Right.
So we do.
So there are subtle
We want to have
reminders.
like a path through the corn.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we call it a corn maze.
But it does feel like you're lost.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the school buses.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And
Like,
it's very dark in the corn. There's nothing. It's a field.
yes.
It's not like there's
Those
big lights or
cornfields.
anything. It's a field.
Yeah.
Cornfields are just naturally, for
Right.
me, just scary. You know,
Right.
in every film that you've seen, like it's a scary situation.
Exactly.
Yes.
And-
Very
Waiting for
children of the
E.T.
corn.
to
Yeah.
pop out.
Yes, you're absolutely
Yeah.
waiting, and they do pop
Yeah.
out of the
Mhm.
corn,
Yeah.
you know, at you. Yeah, and then oh my gosh, the school bus where you're, you know, walking through this bus and you can just hear things going on in like the seats beside you as you're walking through the like aisle of this bus, but it's like what is about to happen, and you know, it really is. It's a cool experience. I don't want to ruin it for everybody. I've already talked about a lot, but if you want to go through it, there's so much more than what like we just talked about. I mean, it's definitely a cool experience if you haven't tried it. So there are still a couple opportunities.
Yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So we'll be open through the first. Thursday is a very fun night for us because it's a little bit of it's a nice way to start the stretch for the weekend. But we'll be open on Halloween and then the following Saturday, and that'll be it for us on the haunted trail front.
Okay.
How many staff members
Yeah,
does it
I'd
take to put this trail?
So I would probably say there's 50 or a little bit more actors out there on the trail. A lot of their actors have assistance from things like automated things or like pneumatic things. So there's a lot going on out there. There's not just those 50 to 60 scares. And then we have a bunch of support staff working our restaurant, the check-in, working to help everybody else get everybody onto the trail. So it's a fun time. There are people. It is scary with people, but then there's also some other stuff that just scary.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
And you were talking about how long it took you to set up, and we had to go
Yes.
to break. So, you had said you kind of start working on it in the summer.
Yes.
So some of it stays set up,
Yeah.
some of it you're adding. But how long? So are you really just working on it all year long, or is it really kind of the months leading up?
Yeah, in one way or another. I mean, I think you certainly have a window in the summer where if you need to like build anything, like a fence to keep people from going
The wrong
not in
way.
the wrong
Really getting
way,
lost in the woods.
like those kind of things we definitely like to do when it's more towards the fall or in the summer. But we're thinking about stuff kind of soon after the
Ideas.
trail ends. So it is a year longish project, as are a
Okay.
lot of the things we do at the farm. You know, it's always hard for me to wrap my head around that we plant strawberries in October, and they're working on that for a long
Yeah.
time before we get to strawberry season.
Yeah. Are the characters that are, you know, working the haunted trail, did they decide their own kind of character or inspiration, or are you helping with that?
Sometimes it's good to get help. You know, we have some people who are like, I'd like to be a clown, and that's great, especially if they can be a clown, and we'll do that. And some people really want to be like classic slashers, like a ghost face or something like that. But we kind of have positions across the trail, and some people just want to act and they want to work and they want to have fun. Like a lot of our people on the haunted trail are our lifeguards in the summer, so they're kind of returning and they kind of know what's going on. But I think there are some people who are like, yeah, I'd love to be a zombie, and other people go, I would love to be on the haunted trail.
Awesome.
So
Okay, cool. All right. Well, we are going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back talking with Terrell of Carrigan Farms here on WSIC News.
You're listening to Heart Mooresville, celebrating the events, arts, and people that make our town shine. Back after this, only on WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, just a downright raw day of weather for our Tuesday. Still more rain, so keep the rain gear at least within close reach. It'll be on and off as we go throughout the day. Temperatures, once again, will stay locked into the upper 40s and low 50s for the afternoon. Mid-40s overnight. The rain continues, especially into our Wednesday and then Wednesday night into Thursday morning. and dried out Thursday afternoon. That's your forecast. From the WSIC Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. The 500 Club in Statesville is having their Thirsty Thursdays tournament on October 30th, beginning at 4:30 p.m. Call 704-872-9990 for more information on tee times, putting lessons with their golf pros, and league tournaments. Let's do the time warp again. On Halloween night, WSIC is bringing the Rocky Horror Picture Show to the Charles Mack Citizen Center in Mooresville. This cult classic movie will be shown in the Knox Auditorium along with a shadowcast. The VIP experience begins at 6 p.m. with showtime at 8. Come dress up and be prepared to sing and dance along. It's just a jump to the left. Tickets are on sale right now at WSICnews.com. Saturday is the 23rd annual Statesville Pumpkin Festival. Downtown will be packed with mouth-watering food, live music, arts and crafts, a kids zone, pumpkin smashing, painting, and a classic car cruising. The festival runs from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Go to statesvillepumpkinfest.com for more details. The dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway presents the World Short Track Championships on Friday and Saturday. And then the World of Outlaws World Finals are November 5th through the 8th. Click on charlottemotorspeedway.com for more information.
The Renaissance Festival is back Saturdays and Sundays now through November 23rd. Non-stop shop at Giant Crafts Market. Tickets available online only at renfestinfo.com while supplies last.
Stay up to date and find out about local events, job opportunities, real estate information, and more. Visit liveworkplaylkn.com and sign up for the weekly newsletter. That's liveworkplaylkn.com.
You're listening to iHeart Mooresville, connecting the people, the places, and the events that make our town special. Only on WSIC. Local starts here.
And we're back with iHeart Mooresville here on WSIC News. We have been talking with Terrell Chestnutt of Carrigan Farms, and I've learned so much. And I've already interviewed you before. We interviewed in the spring, but I feel like I learned something every time I talk to you about Carrigan Farms.
Yeah, there's a lot going on all year, it feels like.
Yeah, you guys have so much. So what's next? Like, okay, hot fall is kind of coming. Well, not coming to a close, but definitely that spooky season is coming to a close. Like, what's next for you guys?
We move into private events. So my big focus on November 2nd, after the trail ends, will be a little bit more on our weddings, our private events. We do company picnics. I'm sure there's some prom discussions to be had.
Yes.
So we kind of look a little bit more into future planning and how we can improve our open to the public activities for next year. But yeah, we'll be talking about weddings. We do weddings across the year. We do a lot of company picnics in the fall, like in September.
Yeah. It's engagement season, I guess. People are getting engaged
right
now.
Before the holidays.
Yep. Right. And then they'll be booking their venue pretty soon.
Hopefully first.
Yeah.
That's a good first step.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
And what does that process look like? How, if you would like to have an event at Carrigan Farms, what do you do?
Yeah, I always just say, you can email us. I do like to show everybody the venue. I feel like it's hard to grasp, even despite how many pictures I take of the rock quarry, for me to be like, this is where you would get married. So I do like to show everybody the venue. You can kind of see where everything takes place. We cater all the events, so we make it very turnkey. We can do all-inclusive weddings as well. So if you want to come out and talk about what you'd like to do or just what we offer, we do fairly turnkey events, whether it's a wedding, a company picnic. We do proms with dinner included,
Yeah.
So.
And for everyone that is thinking about or will be having an event at Carrigan Farms, if you can just invite me to your wedding so I can eat the food again. If you'll invite
burgers on the menu.
Right.
Yeah.
To your wedding or your prom. I'm happy to go to prom. Your corporate event. I just want to be your plus one.
Yeah.
So I can go eat anytime. So just a shout out there.
100%. Yeah.
All right. And Terrell, how can people get in touch with you and learn more?
Yeah. Everything's on our website. You can go to carriganfarms.com. The Haunted Trail technically has a separate website, but you can click on it from our real website, carriganfarms.com. But yeah, you can make a reservation there. You can find information on our events. You can use the contact page. Just send us an email, give us a call. We're around. We're doing stuff. The farmers kind of never take a day off apart from in January and February when it's too cold to farm. So we'll
Awesome.
be around.
All right. Well, you heard it. Reach out to Terrell. Lots to do at Carrigan Farms. Okay. Well, we have some events coming up that I definitely want to share with everyone. We are getting ready to host our Veterans Week. And I said week, not day.
Yes, a week.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Really 10 days.
Yeah.
I think if you
Because
combine
we
all of them.
celebrate
Mhm.
not just one day for veterans. We celebrate a whole week and a half, really, of veterans activities. Veterans are important to our community. Mooresville, it has always been a hugely supportive veteran community, and it's not a debt that you can really repay, but it's something that we try to, show action in our actions, right? And so this Veterans Week will kick off on November 3rd with the POW MIA Walk, Remembrance Walk, and that starts at Richard's Coffee Shop at 9 a.m. We gather and then we walk Main Street down to Town Hall where we place a commemorative wreath. We'll have some speakers, and that really starts us and kicks us off for the 10-day celebration. I know WSIC News is actually going to be reporting live from Richard's Coffee Shop on November 3rd, so we'll see some friendly faces, and we will kind of just go into that week. We'll have some breakfast, some lunch celebrations, the One Nation Under God lunch, of course the Rotary, breakfast. Lots of ways to honor and celebrate our veterans that week. And then it all kind of comes to a head on actual Veterans Day, November 11th, where we will have our annual Veterans Day parade, which is at 1 p.m.
1 p.m.
Now, something's happening earlier at 11 that day, too.
Yes, at Glenwood Memorial Cemetery, there will be a ceremony there for some fallen veterans at 11 o'clock.
So there are actually multiple things happening on Veterans Day. So you'll have an opportunity to go to Glenwood at 11, and then at 1 p.m. on Main Street, the parade. And then we hope to be able to announce a little after parade celebration that we have for a big announcement that Mayor Carney will make later. We have a special initiative that will benefit our veterans in our community. And so we may have a little after parade celebration this year. And then, of course, we will kind of throw or give a nod to America 250, which is happening next year. Celebrations have already really began for America's 250th birthday. So I feel like, from the federal side of things, the celebration's already kicked off, but really 2026 will be the year where you'll see that throughout municipalities, really across the country, celebrating America's 250th birthday. So we have some exciting programming ideas. Next year's Veterans Day Parade will be, that'll be the big thing, right? Our big celebration. And we invite cities and towns all across the county to participate next year. We're all kind of throwing in. So it'll be an exciting year. So you can definitely join us November 3rd through 11th to celebrate veterans. And then we have a special event. I think it's one of our favorites coming up on November 8th.
Yes.
The Working Fingers Craft Show. And
It's
this is
49th.
49th
Yes.
annual.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next year is going to be a big one.
Yeah.
Be 50, but 49th this year.
49 years. We have to do something for the 50th, right?
That's what I was,
Like next year, we got to do something special. But 49 years, this thing's been going on. And it's one of our favorites because this is it brings together just such a diverse group of people that make and sell handmade items. And I feel like your team, Amy, has done a fabulous job in really upholding the quality of this event.
Yes.
Because you're not just,
no
these
brick
are
and
not
mortars.
right.
These are people making things, a lot of side hustle for a lot of these people, side businesses. So, yeah, we're super excited, and it's just getting bigger and bigger every year.
Every year.
Yeah.
How
Used
many
to be
vendors?
a little bit over 100.
Wow.
Yeah.
So over 100 vendors, and it's the entire Charles Mack Citizen
Yes,
Center.
it's every square inch outside of the courtyards, I believe, and downstairs. But yes, shout out to Leslie Dedevo,
Yes.
who is the heart and
Leslie.
soul of this event, and literally from start to finish does everything.
Yeah.
and we appreciate that.
Yeah, and let's just say every square inch that the fire marshal will allow us to have in the Charles Mack Citizen Center is
right.
covered with vendors. It's a great place to do your Christmas shopping. I mean, this is like the perfect opportunity to buy local.
Yes.
Of course, we have some amazing businesses and shops
Some entertainment.
downtown. And so I feel like a lot of people also shop downtown on Main Street and Broad Street, and then also come to Working Fingers. So it's like the perfect day to shop local.
Yeah, it's a Saturday, get out, 10 a.m., do some shopping, make your way down Main Street.
Yeah. Yeah.
So have another event.
Yeah. Before we get to that, my favorite part of Working Fingers Craft Show
Let me guess,
is
the chili.
the chili.
Downstairs, the senior center definitely has a spread down there.
Yeah.
So that is one of my favorite parts too.
Let me just tell you. So these seniors who are amazing cooks. I mean, this is like your grandma's cooking. Okay.
Imagine that.
They make chili, and then they make all these
dogs.
baked goods. And I mean, pies and cakes and cookies and everything, like diabetes on a table.
Yeah.
Like it is just, oh my gosh, amazing.
It's good.
And so they do the bake sale, which
Yeah.
raises money for the senior center, and then chili. So it's great because you can get a bowl of chili and walk around and
Perfect
shop.
time of the year for that.
Yeah,
Yes.
I love it. And then you mentioned also on that day there's another event.
Yes, so we're celebrating along with America next year. This year we're celebrating the Marines' birthday, 250th birthday, 250th.
Right.
So
At Liberty Park.
Liberty
And that's
Park,
open to the public.
open to the public. Yes, it's a ceremony There's a ceremonial way to cut the cake for the
Yes,
Marines.
yes.
So Mayor Carney will be there as well with some remarks. We're super excited about it. 10 o'clock at Liberty Park Amphitheater.
Awesome. So Liberty Park, you can
Make
go,
your way around all downtown.
Yeah, you can celebrate. There's lots of ways. So with the Marines for their 250th, eat some cake, then come over to the Mac and eat some chili and shop. And we have your meals and your shopping planned for you all day on November 8th.
You just go home and take a big long nap. afterwards.
Yes. And then I do want to give a shout out. I can't believe we're already talking about Christmas. Classic Christmas is coming up December 12th.
Yes.
4:30 to 9:30 this year. There's been a little bit of time change to try to accommodate some of our littles or people that just maybe don't want to come when there's a big crowd. Starting 30 minutes earlier so you can beat the crowd. Come out, enjoy the activities. We make it snow on Main
Yes.
Street.
Guaranteed.
It's a big thing, right?
It's 100% guaranteed. It's
Yeah.
gonna snow.
100%.
Yep.
We know that at
We don't need Larry on
6
this one.
p.m.
Yep.
on December 12th, it will snow. But you can find out about events like Classic Christmas, Working Fingers at mooresvilleevents.com. You can always find out everything, all the experiences. We've got it covered for you. You can go to mooresvilleevents.com. There is also a community calendar. So we obviously want to share these experiences and opportunities to engage with you that the town is providing, but it's also town supported events and community events. So if you are hosting an event and you'd like it to be included on our calendar, you can submit your event at mooresvilleevents.com if you're hosting a holiday event and get included in that calendar. So we appreciate everyone listening today. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great week.
Serving you better than ever before. 1059 100.7 WSIC, Statesville, Mooresville, North Charlotte.